Liam was 6 years old when he got lost in the forest. It was supposed to be a fun family picnic, a daily filled with laughter, good food, and games. The air was fresh, the sun shone brightly, and the tall trees swayed gently in the wind. Birds chirped overhead, and the distant sound of a flowing river added to a peaceful atmosphere. After finishing lunch, Liam's parents spread a blanket on the grass and sat down to relax. His mother unpacked a book while his father stretched out, enjoying the warmth of the afternoon sun. Liam, full of energy, ran around picking up small stones and sticks, pretending to be an explorer. Then something caught his eye, a beautiful blue butterfly fluttering just beyond the picnic area. It moved so gracefully, its wings shimmering in the sunlight. Liam was fascinated. He decided to chase it, laughing as he ran after it, his small feet kicking up dry leaves. The butterfly flitted ahead, leading him deeper into the trees. It always stayed just out of reach, as if playing a game with him. Excited, Liam ran faster, not realizing how far he had gone. He ducked under branches, hopped over logs, and kept his eyes fixed on the butterfly's delicate wings. Then suddenly the butterfly disappeared. Liam stopped, fainting. He looked around, expecting to see his parents nearby, but they were gone. His heart found it. The tall trees around him all looked the same. The open, sunny picnic area had vanished. Shadows stretched across the forest floor as the sun lowered in the sky. Mom, Dad, he called out. Silence. A cold fear crept into his chest. He spun around, trying to retrace his steps, but everything looked unfamiliar. His little hands trembled as he wiped his face, trying not to cry. He started walking, hoping to find his way back, but every direction seemed to lead him deeper into the unknown. The sound of rustling leaves and distant birds' calls now felt eerie rather than peaceful. Then he heard something, a rustling in the bushes. Liam's breath caught. Was it a bear? A wild animal? He stayed perfectly still, afraid to move. Slowly, from behind the trees, a large figure emerged. It was a wolf. The wolf stood tall and strong, its thick silver grey fur shimmering in the dim light. Its golden eyes locked onto Liam, studying him. Liam had never seen a wolf up close before. He had seen some pictures in books, and his parents had told him that wolves could be dangerous. But this one didn't look like a monster. It didn't growl or snarl. It just it stood here, calm and quiet, watching him. Liam took a step back, his tiny hands clenching in two fists. If the wolf attacked him, there was nowhere to run. He had no idea where he was. His legs trembled, but something inside him told him not to be afraid. The wolf tilted its head slightly as if curious. Liam wiped his tears and whispered, "Are you lost too?" The wolf didn't answer, of course, but after a few moments it turned around and started walking away. Then it stopped and looked back at Liam, its golden eyes glowing in the dim light. It was waiting. Liam hesitated. Should he follow? He had no other choice. Taking a deep breath, he stepped forward. The wolf flicked its tail and continued walking, its paws making no sound against the forest floor. Liam followed closely behind, his small feet stumbling over roots and rocks. The forest was growing darker, and every shadow seemed to move. Strange sounds enhanced around him, the hoot of an owl, the rustling of unseen creatures. The wolf moved gracefully, never rushing. It seemed to know exactly where it was going. Liam grew tired, his legs ahead and his stomach rumbled. He wished he had brought some food with him. He felt like crying again, but the wolf kept moving, and he didn't want to be left behind. At one point, Liam tripped over a hidden root and fell, scraping his hands against the dirt. He let out a small cry, his face scrunched in pain. The wolf stopped. It turned and walked back to him, sniffing his hands. Liam froze. He didn't know what the wolf would do. Then, to his surprise, the wolf gently muzzed him with its nose, as if encouraging him to get up. Liam wiped his tears. "Okay," he whispered, "I will keep going." He stood up, brushing off the dirt, and the wolf turned back toward the trees. They continued walking. Then, in a distance, Liam heard something voices, human voices. His heart leaped with hope. "Mom, Dad," he shouted, running toward the sound. Bright flashlight flickered through the trees. Then a familiar voice. Liam, his mother, came running, her face filled with worry. He scooped him up into her arms, hugging him tightly. His father was right behind her, his eyes filled with relief. The search team members who had been looking for him cheered. Liam buried his face in his mother's shoulder, finally feeling safe. His mother knelt beside him. "Are you okay, buddy?" Liam nodded. "A wolf helped me," he said, pointing towards the tree. Everyone turned, but the wolf was gone. 15 years passed. Liam grew up, but he never forgot the night of the forest. The silver grey wolf The golden eyes, the silent guidance. He often wondered if it had really happened the way he remembered. Now he was a wildlife photographer, traveling to forests and mountains, capturing nature's beauty through his camera lens. One summer he returned to the same forest where he had once been lost. Walking carefully through the trees, he listened to the familiar sounds, the rustling leaves, the distant river, the birds singing overhead. He set up his camera, hoping to capture the wild animals that lived there. Then, as the sun set, he saw something that made him stop. A silver grey wolf stood in the distance watching him. Liam's breath caught. Could it be the same wolf? Slowly he lifted his camera and took a photo. The wolf didn't move. It simply stood there, calm and strong, as if recognizing him. Liam smiled. "Thank you," he whispered. The wolf let out a soft, lolling howl, then turned and disappeared into the trees. Liam knew he would never see it again, but in his heart he would always remember the guardian that had once saved a lost child.